So make them understand say anybody with them bring come your qualifications more than snap with that. Let them know so that people put you at the top of the range so we can start push the range around to them.
Let that sink in.
What's up everybody, I'm Vaughn and welcome to Let That Sink In, where the goal is to give you career and professional development tips. Now I don't think I'm telling any secrets when I say that getting the highest salary possible is the #2 best outcome we all want when interviewing for a job. Number 1 is of course landing the job itself, unless you like going on job interviews, in which case, hey, I'm not here to judge. Which is a lie, because I'm definitely judging you. You need to do something better with your time. Eyeglass. We all want to leave a job interview knowing that we're getting the best salary possible for our skills and talents. That said, there is a skill to making sure this happens. And on today's show, we're going to give you 6 tips to help make sure you do so. But because we want to be comprehensive, we're just going to give you the first 3 in this vid. And here's where I also say thanks in advance for subscribing to the channel. Anyway, tips 1 through 3 coming up on the other side of this break. Stay tuned.
Let that sink in.
You know what? I go call him. Vaughn, we talked about this. I am more than capable of handling this entire situation by myself. You don't need to call him. And I'm gonna trust you, you know. I just say him kind of defend me in some ways where you know really defend me more while, and I feel like I'd rather just have him here right now. Look, we talked about. I go call him. Yo, bro, forward.
Them dead.
What you mean, bossy? Let them understand say you have to have gangster. Else it can't nice.
Mr. Davis, we're ready for you now.
Tip number 1, do your research. The best move you can make before heading into any job interview is to be prepared for it. Do your best to find out what the going rate is for the position you've applied for, and find out if the company you're interviewing with pays below, at, or above market rate. If you don't know someone or someone who knows someone that works there, your best bet might be to just approach an employee and chat them up. Needless to say, try not to be creepy about it. Remember, we checked out the company already and we wouldn't be here if we didn't think it was a good opportunity. So just relax and hear what them have to say. I link up some of my dirty foot friend them in the next realm and them say the place alright still. But you have to defend your money. But you don't know so from we there, you don't have to worry about that, bossy. Tip number 2, don't be the first to bring up salary. It's always best to ask the interviewer what salary range they're working with so you make sure you avoid shortchanging yourself. If you put a number on the table first, you may end up going well below what your employer planned to pay for the position, giving them a greater sense of satisfaction than when piece of oxtail drop in on your plate after you ask for oxtail gravy by your fried chicken. Let them establish the salary base so you can have a better idea of what the overall range is. And more importantly, how much negotiation room you have. And if they try to press you to give them a number, keep some matrix level deflectionary responses in your back pocket and put them to use.
So, Mr. Davis, based on your resume here, I'm really wondering if we can afford you. You seem very qualified. What are your salary expectations?
See, the boss, the man, them recognize say a thing loud in the street. So make them understand say at 12.6 mil the argument has start. Alright, remember we planned for this one, you know. If you don't mind, I'd still like to get some more information on the company. You know, I'm still trying to decide if I'd be a right fit here, you know. Tip number 3, ask questions. After the salary range has been established, ask questions to find out what qualities they look for in employees who are paid at the top end of the scale. That forces them to explain their compensation and promotion rationale. which then helps you to determine how realistic a chance you have of negotiating for more money on your salary in that interview. If their answers show some scope for growth, then it could be promising. But if their answers and body language start resemble a gallus who accidentally left him phone open around him wife, then not so much. Okay, now tell them you're good with working your way up and showing them why you should be paid more over time.
So I can't take my brother over this. Yo, I pay a foolishness. I tell the man now. Boss, let me ask you this. Employer of the year last year did who? You. CEO commendation I did who? You. First class honors again who? You. So make them understand say anybody with them bring come your qualifications more than snap with that. So make them know so they need to put you at the top of the range so we can start push the range around to them.
I'm interested in hearing what factors determine how persons are placed within the pay scale here. Can you give me some details?
Let that sink in.
That is where we're going to pull up stumps on today's video. And don't forget to check out video part 2 for the final 3 tips to help you walk out of your job interview with your chest on skyscraper settings, because you know you've negotiated the best salary possible. And don't forget to like the video, jump in the comments and tell us anything you did right or wrong when negotiating your salary in past interviews. Share the video with a friend, and most importantly, subscribe and tell a friend to subscribe. This is how we're able to keep the videos coming, and thanks in advance for doing that. I am Vaughn and this has been Let That Sink In. Take care till next time.